My name is Corey Chin, and I am the school garden coordinator for Chimacum Creek Primary School and the elementary school. Over the course of the last year, we've worked with students to build the garden and build the beds and plant them, and so now we have a garden full of flowers and veggies, and we have tool sheds and compost piles, so it feels good to see kids eating fresh vegetables and just really enjoying themselves. We've come a long way and it's still in progress, and there's still a lot more work to do and a lot more opportunity to grow this garden.
My name is Emily Hyatt, and I'm the garden coordinator here at Salish Coast Elementary School. So that means I'm responsible for maintaining the garden as well as teaching K-5 lessons about growing produce in the garden, about the garden habitat, and about just our agricultural system in general. You know, this garden was started last year, so really being able to be part of the design and putting this garden together and seeing how it's grown over, the past 2 years and having the kids involved every part of the way has been really cool. It's really cool to look around, and how much it's changed has been really awesome.
Students that often are behaviorally challenged succeed and exceed beyond my expectations in the garden. I find that when you hand a kid a shovel and they need to release some energy, it's a perfect place to do that. They feel like they're building something constructive. And not just for kids with behavioral challenges, but for all students, having their feet on the earth, their hands in the soil, they feel the wind on their face. We're all different learners. Some of us are kinesthetic learners and really need to move our bodies to be successful in our learning. The garden's a beautiful place for that. Everyone is so unique, but I feel like no matter where we come from, spending time in the garden at school has a positive outcome.
My name is Stacy Larson, and I'm the food service director for the Port Townsend School District. This is my 6th school year, and it is the best job in the whole world. In the country, things are really hard for these kids. Their lives have really been disrupted, and I think one of the things that has always been since Candace started the gardens so many years ago is kids getting into the soil. And if they're having a bad day or if they're having extra energy, the garden is an amazing place for them to watch things bloom and grow, not only the produce that they're growing, but themselves as productive members of our society.
Living in this valley and seeing what our community was built on, I felt that we could have one of the strongest foods and horticulture programs in the state if we kind of reflected our programs based upon the community. And we've seen that pay off with huge engagement from local businesses and community members partnering with us by having organizations like the Community Wellness Project, who's basically taking all these local resources and producers and making them accessible to educators, ensuring that there's healthy, sustainable, good local food going into our cafeterias and into the bodies of our learners. I mean, it's a very special place to live. In these times, I think that's really important to know.
Hi, my name is Margaret Garrett, and I'm the food service director at Chimacum. And I feel my mission there is to bring all these beautiful things into our kitchen and to have the kids exposed to these, not only in the garden program, but in our daily trays. All of these things came from a local farm or garden, or these beautiful apples that look like I may have bought them at the grocery store were gleaned apples, and we've been using these to make applesauce this year, fresh for the lunch service. But I think what the garden does, really the outside gardens do, is introduce them before we introduce it into the menu, And that really helps them be excited when they see something that they have actually maybe grown and tasted out in the garden.
It's surprising how much the students love eating kale. It's funny because when adults come in the garden, they're always saying, like, there's no way that the kids are gonna wanna just eat raw kale, and then they'll come out here and just be eating like mouthfuls of kale. Kids have never harvested carrots and eaten them, so it's a huge experience. And then once they do it, they want to harvest a carrot and eat it every time they're out here. So
I've learned that to not listen when people say kids won't eat certain things. So I think one of the biggest things is kids won't eat kale, kids won't eat lentils, kids won't eat that. Like, I don't believe in kid food.
I don't grow enough food for them to snack on in the garden. Like, they've over harvested the kale and the broccoli so many times because they just love eating it, and I think it is just really important to get them started early and teach them to be brave eaters because they really embrace it here.
Teaching about food is important because to me food is medicine, and the sooner you can learn that, the better. I don't know if there's any more important thing you could do for your health and vitality than eating a well-balanced, high-quality diet.
I mean, eating is the most intimate thing we do, right? Everyone eats, hopefully 3 times a day. Figuring out where our food comes from, learning about the process of growing from seed to plant to plate is crucial to the way we take care of Mother Earth, to the way we take care of ourselves and each other. Garden's important because it's the foundation of our life.
Never underestimating kids and how I'm gonna get all emotional, but kids are amazing and we discount them all the time, and they are, like, if they can get involved, I believe they will eat anything.